Okay, it's on.
Is it crooked?
No, it's fine. I think I need to be a little lower that way because you're perfectly in the shot. So I think sitting here, it should be pretty okay. I think. All right.
I already have anxiety.
Anxiety. All right. So what are we doing today?
Why do you make it sound like it's such a simple video?
It's not a simple video. I'm just kind of release the tension a bit on what
There's gonna be tension the whole time.
what we're talking about. So, would you like to explain it?
No, I don't know why you're laughing.
It's not funny. But
So I wanted you with me.
so, welcome. Hello. Making this video and talking about the video is a little difficult. We were kind of hesitant on making it. So, we're still hesitant. But it's kind of a touchy subject. Something we want to get out the way, kind of. And
Well, it's not getting out of the way because it's gonna be there.
it's going to be there, but it's talking about it and kind of relieving
It's like
some of what's built up
venting.
and venting about it and getting it out. So, would you like to start?
No, because I don't know how to start.
Okay, so, topic of discussion is postpartum.
It's like postpartum depression, but it's like a mix of postpartum depression and just depression.
Depression. Main topic is depression, and being between postpartum when she was
When I had the baby.
when she had the babies, when she had the kids, and it's not just our last one with Asher. It was with our first, and
I didn't have any with the second and third.
between the first and the fourth, there wasn't any, but the first it hit, the last it hit, and it's just eating up inside, and it's there, and
It honestly started, and I don't think you know this, when we found out the gender
what of what
of the fourth baby.
of the fourth baby, yeah,
It like made me really sad. And it's not because I didn't want him or I didn't
Want a
appreciate
boy.
want a boy. It's just, in a way, I felt like I was letting our daughter down because she wanted a
She
sister
really wanted
so
a sister.
bad. And she was even telling me all the time, "You're having a girl, Mommy's having a girl." Even before I found out I was pregnant, it was, "Mommy's having a girl, Mommy's having a girl," and I was like, "What are you talking about?"
It was always a excitement that it was a girl from her, from Alithia, and then it's just
When we found out it was a boy, I kind of just
it just broke down because she wanted a girl also. You know, she wanted that second girl, and it just kind of hit hard that it wasn't. But
And then when he got here, like, I feel like what he went through was like a slap in the face. Like,
yeah,
you're gonna learn to love him. Like, look what he's going through.
yeah, he was our most difficult child, our most difficult birth, and what he had to go through. But we'll save that for story time.
Yeah.
For a story time video. It was difficult, a couple weeks, but back to today's video or today's topic.
Well, that was.
You're gonna make me cry.
That was like part of it. Like.
Yeah, it was part of it. But now dealing with it daily, it makes it difficult. Not me personally, but I know she goes through Facebook and kind of sees other people going through it. other females, other parents that have it, and it just kind of hits home a bit, seeing that she's not alone. So.
But it also makes you feel like something's wrong with you.
But there isn't.
No.
There isn't. There's nothing wrong with being sad, being upset, or depressed. There was a post the other day we read.
Who posted it?
Not who posted it.
Why?
Not who. Don't put who posted it, but what it was, what it was about.
It kind of explained the way I feel.
Yeah, it explained the way she felt and what she was holding back from me seeing and from telling me.
It was my way of telling you, like,
yeah,
read this and then you'll get
how I get and understand how she feels and what she goes through. And it was a difficult read. It was a very long and difficult read, and it opened up my eyes a little bit more to what she was going through.
Yeah.
It made me cry. I'm sad. Okay, I'm sad talking about it. It's a touchy subject. It's a touchy subject. And on that story, when they posted it, it was, the help that person got was opening up and talking to somebody and going to somebody and being able to realize that they weren't alone, that they weren't going through it alone.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's always help. So they went through it, they spoke to someone, they got the help, and they pulled through it. They got through it and they pulled through whatever they were going through, and
it makes you realize that there is eventually a light.
Yeah, there's eventually a light at the end of it, and what she's going through now and what we're trying to work through and get through, and getting a little bit of help to make it better. But
Are you okay?
yeah, I'm fine. I'm just.
You seem like you're like.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm taking it worse than you are. Like, I feel more teary-eyed than. I look at you and you're just quiet.
I feel like it's because I deal with it every day. It's become my life.
Daily life.
I'm either sad or I'm angry. And I feel so bad because you get most of the anger side than you do the sadness side. And
That's
it's not
true.
your fault.
No. It's not my fault. I know that. I get up in the morning, I go to work, I'm out all day. I don't have to deal with the same thing she deals with when she's home with all 4 kids by herself and barely gets any of the help. And when I get home, it's already time for them to go to sleep, so I don't get to help as much or do as much or have to deal with as much as she does when she's here. So when I get home and it's the end of the day and she has all that stress built up, guess who gets it? Guess who gets it? Me. So, I mean, before, and that's where we put before the post where I didn't read it and I didn't know what she was going through. I just thought she had a bad attitude or she just didn't like me, cranky.
Thought I wouldn't need to leave you or I was tired of you.
I was always worried she just didn't want to deal with me anymore. She didn't want to be with me or anything. and all of that, it wasn't the case. It wasn't the case at all. It was just she dealt with a lot of stuff at home.
Felt alone.
Alone. And when I wasn't there and I was working and I couldn't be there for her, I got the bad end of it at the end of the day. So, if somebody's watching this video and they're getting that side from their significant other, or whatever, whoever it may be, what it seems like may not be the case. So there's always something to go talk to them, find out what it is. There might be more behind what what they're thinking, or behind the doors or whatever, that they're not telling everybody else. So it's always good to just talk to them.
We just recently learned that dads go through it too.
Yeah, we recently learned dads go through it too. Not saying that I go through it.
I was worried me going through it was gonna make you go through it.
Yeah, no. I don't think that I go through it, mainly because, like I said, I'm not home. I'm always out. I'm working. And honestly, I don't know what it is. I don't know anything about it. For the dad side of it. I mean, so. If there is dads that go through it, or they have it, and you're watching the video, feel free to talk to anybody. Talk to us about it. Message us about it, or anything. That way, we can get that side also. So that helps and opens up our eyes on other situations. Open my eyes on other situations, on other dads that go through it.
Our messages are always open.
Yeah, the messages are always open. There's always somebody there to talk, and somebody always willing to listen. And God,
don't cry.
I'm not crying. Holding it in. But yeah, we're always always open to listen to everyone's stories, and
I think you're
hear what they're going through.
Teary-eyed because when I first started going through it, I was always saying, and now look, I'm gonna cry, that I feel like I could just up and leave and nobody would care. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because I felt so alone.
Yeah. Yeah. Feeling that she can up and leave, and she can just go, that's part of it. That's part of the depression. It's, I have my family around, a lot of my family around, and she doesn't have her family. Ooh, you stuck it.
I'm sorry. I have my cousin.
She has her cousin and some family. Her mom is around, just not as much as
she chooses to be.
She chooses to be. So my family's always around. My mom is always around. Just recently, my dad decided to come around, and I haven't seen him in years, and he was down in our house for a while.
And my dad passed.
And her dad passed away. Her real dad passed away. So it hits. And with my family being here, and they're always helping with the kids, it makes her feel that
I'm not doing it. Okay.
She's not doing a lot, or if my family's taking care of my kids, our kids, she doesn't need to be here. And that's just one part of it. That's part of what she feels and what she goes through, that feels like she's not needed at all. And that's just not the case.
Like when your mom started being here and she was taking care of the kids, I felt like,
yeah,
she's doing this great job. Like, they're so good with her and she's so patient. Like, what am I doing wrong?
And that's not the case. She's not doing anything wrong. It's just family's helping, and it gives her a break when she needs to deal with the youngest. And all our kids are from below 5 years old. 5 years old all the way down to 10 months. And it's just 4 kids. 4 kids, all under 5. It makes it difficult. So when we get the help and we actually get a break, it's good. When she actually gets to sit down and have a break, it's good. And it's not that she's not doing a good job. It's just, it's family that we haven't seen in a while. My mom comes down, she's here, and my kids love her. You know, they want to go out, and my mom wants to take them out. They go out. So it's never a negative thing. So for some others that sit there and think they're not doing a good enough job because their kids enjoy being around the family, that's not the case. Don't ever feel like as a parent you're not doing a good enough job and you're not there for your kids. I'm never home. I'm never home, and
don't say it like that.
I'm not. All right, I work. I'm not gonna say that I'm never home, but I wake up in the morning, I see my kids, I go to work, I come home right before they go to sleep, and I get 2 days off from work. So I'm not at home as much as I want to be, but it's, you know, it's when I am home and I'm on my off days and my kids, they want to hang out with their grandmother and stuff like that. It's
a little frustrating.
Yeah, it's a little frustrating. But what else is there that we can get out the way about this and put out there?
I think my main thing is just feeling alone. But I think for the longest I wasn't sleeping really either. Because I just felt sad. Remember, I was always waking up. I think those are the main things, is me always being angry towards you. Always sad.
Okay.
Am I okay?
Are you okay?
I am.
I'm okay. I'm almost okay.
We're gonna have to watch some Bob's Burgers after this.
Watch some TV to get lighten up. But the main focus of the video was to get it out and put out the signs that she's going through, that way others can realize it and possibly relate to what she's going through and what's happening behind some closed doors that a lot of people don't know or don't realize, and some people aren't sharing. And
there was a long time that your mom was always asking me, what's wrong, what's wrong, what's wrong, what's wrong, what's wrong? And I was so upset, like, I was so embarrassed to say, like, I'm depressed. Or I expected people to say, like, you're depressed, like, let me help you.
Yeah.
And it's not that easy.
It's not that easy to want to open up and talk about it because of the way that you feel you'll be seen by other people, or what other people would think of you or say about you or anything like that. And that's don't let that overpower you. Don't let that take over you or anything like that. Open up, talk about it, let it out. There's always someone there to listen. There's always somebody there to help you. And just don't worry about what other people are going to think. Worry about yourself and take care of yourself first. That is the most important thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to open up. Because I think sometimes I would take my anger out on you for being happy. When I was saying they're sad. Like, you're so happy and I'm so sad. Why can't you see that? But then I now know it's not your
It's not me. It's not that I'm happy, and it's just it's there. Depression is there. Depression is real, and
I don't think we understood it the first time.
the first time we didn't understand it. We didn't know what it was. It was the first pregnancy, and we didn't. But now it's yeah.
Are you
That's it.
okay?
I'm okay. Are you okay?
Yeah.
I know it's difficult to talk about it.
I mean, we're still gonna be dealing with it.
We're still going to be dealing with it. It's still something to go through and work with, and getting the help for it. So that's not going to stop. It's not going to end.
It'll eventually end.
It'll eventually end. It'll eventually end. It's just a journey to get there. So
Don't expect to be better tomorrow.
yeah, Rome wasn't built in a day. That's the phrase, I think. Yeah, that's the phrase. But it's gonna take time to work through it. So,
One thing I do have to add. I'm
Mhm.
sorry.
go ahead.
I vented about my depression one time,
Mhm.
and the response from somebody was, "How are you depressed when you're smiling with your kids?" And what people don't understand is you can be depressed, you can be sad, you can be hurt, but you can still be happy at the same time.
Right.
My depression is not my kid's fault. So I'm not going to, take it out on them or let them see it. Do you know what I mean? Even though I have before, like, not taken out on them, but they've seen me sad before. So it's okay to be sad and be happy. You're not always going to be sad. You're not always going to be happy. It's okay to be both. Don't let people confuse you. Like, oh, maybe, maybe I'm not really going through this. Maybe it's all in my head. You know what I mean? That's how they made me feel. Like, is this all in my head? Like,
No.
I don't think I've ever told you. There's a lot.
No,
I told you were going to be learning
A lot.
a lot that I've dealt
There's
with.
there's a couple things that I didn't know. So her opening up, and
It wasn't just for
it's
the
not just for the video. I'm learning a lot also. Doing this was a way for her to open up and be able to talk and tell me things also that it's my first time hearing right now. So I think it was a good start to being able to get through it together, especially. But
So we all understand everything I'm feeling.
you done?
Yeah.
Are we done with the video?
Yeah.
You want to say goodbye?
No, we're not saying goodbye your way
Why not?
because it's not the video for your song.
You sure? You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Now it's time to say goodbye.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Okay.
But you can message us.
But yeah, feel free to message us, talk to us, open up to us, and give us your side. And you can get more on her side.
Pretty sure there's a lot I didn't say.
There's a lot that you didn't say.
Okay.
I love you too.